What's happening, guys? It's Mike's Total Dragon Channel, and today I thought we would take a look at the first appearance of Gambit. Now, I know a lot of people like to consider the annual that he appeared in as his first appearance because that was on the shelves first, but however, I like to consider this his true first appearance because if you picked up the annual that had him in there, you would have no idea as to who he was or what he did or anything, as opposed to this issue right here where there's an introduction to the character, his powers, how he met Storm, which that's who that is right there, is Storm. She was in kid form at this point in the X-Men comics. For some strange reason, I can't remember exactly why, but she was had been de-aged into a child. But I consider this Gambit's real first appearance just simply because it introduces the character, his personality, his skill set, his, everything that we know about him is basically put forth in this issue right here. So we'll go ahead and flip this thing open. We'll turn right to it. So we see Gambit right here. And some of the first things we learn about him is through what Storm's thinking. Who is he? Easier by far to tell what he does here. Same as me, I bet. A thief. So we see Gambit in his classic uniform. We see him right here speaking some sort of French dialogue. As one of the things that is we know about Gambit and has become part of his character is he is, a smooth-talking Cajun who sprinkles little French phrases into his dialogue. So he's smoking right here. You don't see that anymore. And then on this page here, we see him using his powers, and we get a description of him taking something. Now, this is not a card, which is interesting. This is a throwing spike, and he takes it, charges it up, throws it, and it explodes. So we get a first look at his powers through his dialogue with Storm and some of his other dialogue up here. We see him as being kind of basically like a scoundrel, a smooth talking, like a ladies' man type guy. He would be what they, like the classic rogue pirate style character. That's what Gambit fits. That's a lot of what his personality is. Now this is another. Up here at the top, we see him talking to this woman, or these two women, and he's really talking that talk, being smooth. So him being a ladies' man is established in this issue as well. Now, one of the things that is mentioned here, and I'm not sure if they ever followed up on this or not, is early on, there was allusions that Gambit had a power of persuasion. The fact that he could kind of get people to listen to him, that he could kind of, not really command them like a purple man or what have you, but he was just, what is that phrase? Silver-tongued devil. That was kind of what they alluded to right here, that he could use his power of persuasion to kind of get people to be on his side for a little bit, or to turn a blind eye to what he was doing. Now, I'm not sure if they ever followed this up, if that was actually confirmed as a power of his, but we see it right here. We see him charging this plate up, and for some strange reason, it comes out of his eyes right here. So that's kind of really weird. But then we see more of Rogue and Gambit's, or not Rogue, I'm sorry, Storm and Gambit's interactions right here. And like I said, he is a smooth talker. He's very much doesn't lack in confidence. You know, he is like I said, in the genre, he would be known as a lovable rogue, a scoundrel, like a Han Solo type or what have you. But basically, the way Gambit appears here in this issue is the way we know him now. The only difference is he does not have any cards. Instead, he had a plate and some throwing knives, which is what he's holding right here. So basically what Chris Claremont gives us in this issue is the Gambit that we have right now. You know, they may have changed his powers up a little bit, but by and large, what we have here in X-Men 266 is still the Gambit that we have today. So that's a really cool way to introduce the character, and it just shows you that the personality and the skill set fit Gambit perfectly, and it fit him so well that nothing really had to be done, you know, or nothing had to be added or subtracted or taken away or anything to give us the character we have now. So a really great introduction by Chris Claremont in nailing somebody who is now an iconic character and associated with the X-Men just as much as Wolverine is. So that is the first appearance of Gambit. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day, and bye-bye.